out of nowhere, after 9 months of silence, people want to search for this topic, and I am not I'm not judging you. If there's anyone that should be judged in this situation, it's me making the video. I'm gonna give you some more specific tips because, again, no one's talking about this, and I'm not monetized. Create an environment. When I say create an environment, even if it's a fantasy, just be good at story building. I meant world building. Okay, you don't want to like make a universe that's like Disney and then have a murder. I don't know, just be consistent. If your world is inconsistent, be consistent with that. If you don't get what I'm talking about, just like watch. A good world building example would be like Amazing World of Gumball. I know that's like so irrelevant to smut, but like I'm just saying, like, it's a good example of a world that doesn't make any sense but makes sense in its own law. Make tension, build tension. And I say build tension as in like, remember that Loki, if you're from my last video, remember the Loki and female Loki example I gave you? It's like that. It's just like that. But do it in your own special way. I just watched this romance anime called The Pre-Tier, and literally it's the two main love characters. They had good tension, but just make sure it's legal. Don't do what that anime did, because the main character is like 15 and no one knows how old the male protagonist is. Let's be legal, you guys. Let's keep it legal. Okay? This is gonna be a tricky one to wrap your mind around, but are you attracted to the main character's partner? Or is the main character attracted to the partner? You know, there's a lot of romance movies where you'll look at the main love interest, and they're not your type, but they're the main character's type. But there's also a lot of love stories and smuts where the main attraction is the male character, which kind of leads to the next tip. If you're making something stimulating, there's a couple ways of going around it. Are you making the reader stimulated by the actions of the main character or the main characters themselves? Now, if you're just terrible at making an alpha male character or hot female or alien, I don't fucking know. Frickin' know. I gotta blur that out. If you're not good at making attractive protagonist, let your horrible, disgusting mind be the stimulator. Because that way it at least gives the reader some imagination if they wanted to like imagine themselves, I guess, doing bad things, nasty things. Do that. Or if you're bad at that and you're just really good at making sexy characters, make the fact that these two attractive characters that are just so well crafted and just beautiful, make them the stimulating point versus the action. I sound like a professor. I don't like that. Foreplay, even if it's weird. And I don't mean weird as in weird. I mean like foreplay can just be dialogue, or foreplay can be like, I don't know, they go on a date and for some reason when the main guy drops the chocolate ice cream on his shirt or I'm just making this up, on his shirt. Well, I did actually write it in one of my stories. Check out my second channel. That could be like a little sense of, ooh, I like that. And maybe he did it intentionally. You know how girls will purposely, innocently seduce? It's like that. You can write about that. You can write about anything, as long as it's legal. So, it has to have a forbidden aspect. This is my preference for any romance story. I'm not just saying like inappropriate stories. Just in general, everybody likes forbidden stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, like I'll keep saying, I'll be more specific. Just watch a soap opera. Watch Bold and the Beautiful. That's probably the only real one that I think is really good. It's down to earth, it's realistic, and it's not too crazy. Have a forbidden aspect, and don't make it predictable. Let's say you find out in the end, the entire time the main character was just screwing the person to get to their cousin. Not their cousin, but the other person's cousin. I'm not crazy. Spontaneity. Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous. And I don't just mean like kiss in the rain spontaneous. I mean like whatever spontaneous means to you. If your main character drops everything and flies to Paris to hit it one time, it's whatever. It's whatever you think. It's whatever you think is the right thing to do. And for my last one, now I haven't realized this until I read a really good story, and it's about crossing some sort of line. Now, hopefully, like I keep saying, make it legal. I should make that a t-shirt. Keep it legal. Cross a line. Make sure the reader knows, like, if you want it to be interesting, that is. You can make something vanilla and boring, that's up to you. But make sure the main character is crossing some sort of boundary or some sort of line, or another person is. Obviously, this is like a trait thing, and it's also a trait thing in real life, because I hate when people do this, like screwing your best friend's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Still not that great, but at least they're not together, right? Obviously, that's a Euphoria trope, because that happened in Euphoria. But get creative with it. Get creative, okay? It's your boss's boyfriend, which happens to be the CEO. Yeah, do something like that. You know, it's like, let's say it's like you have a family and they just really, like your family is really against pilots. Don't ask me why I think about planes in this case scenario. A pilot. And in your family, they're like, we don't fly. We Amish and we ride them horses or whatever. And you want to be with this person. And the only reason you want to be with this person is because it's your mom's ex-fling from 50 years ago. And he's the reason everybody is Amish. And then you screw the guy. I don't know, cross a line. Write whatever you want for you. Because like I always say, and this is part of the reason, there's probably going to be someone from my original channel being like, when are you going to upload part 25 of... Listen. You gotta write what makes you feel good. And I mean it, like, write what makes you feel good. Or stimulate you. And what you enjoy. I mean, people aren't going to enjoy what you write unless you enjoy it. Even if you think it's terrible. If you think, look, if you think your writing is terrible, I want you to go on Wattpad right now and think of the most stupidest, like, the most worst ship you could ever think of. Like, just think of Shrek and Shadow. There's a fan fiction of it out there, and it's getting thousands of views, and people are eating it up. Even though people may be like, oh, this is so stupid, they're deep, they enjoy it. They enjoy it. Why do you think Shrek got so popular? I'm not gonna reference why. You know why Shrek got popular. All of a sudden. So don't be hard on yourself about your writing. I'm so serious. Like, you know, some of the best art in this world appears bad, but then through time, just like for some reason the last smut video, through time, it ages, and it ages well. Things, writing, art, it can age. Sometimes it ages bad, but it can age like fine wine. Like, please like this video. You're gonna like it anyway if you like it. I mean, I'm not gonna beg you to like it, you know what I'm saying? If it's a good video, it's gonna get liked, you know what I'm saying? But it does help the algorithm. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Goodbye.